We're off to Paris, where controversy is swirling around the Springbok camp ahead of their dream Rugby World Cup final match against New Zealand at the Stade de France in Paris on Saturday evening. The Boks are tucked away in the commuter belt north of Paris, trying not to let the furore regarding allegations of racism leveled at the Boks stand-in captain Bongi Mbonambi affect or derail their preparations heading into the final. It is a day before the announcement of Jacques Nienaber's 23-player Springbok squad for the final of the Rugby World Cup against the All Blacks, and speculation is rife about who will be included. For more on this, we now bring in our sports reporter, Simon Burke, who's joining us from Paris. Simon, good morning. Thank you so much for making time for us. Have we heard any confirmation as yet with regards to the outcomes of this investigation?
No confirmation just yet. We're still waiting. You know, it just wouldn't be a Springbok team without controversies surrounding us and world rugby and all the inconsistencies that go along with that, it seems. And going into the week of the final, midway through the week of the final, still to have doubts looming large. It's not ideal at all. No one can prepare for this kind of a situation. It's the resolution that's not forthcoming at the moment that really makes things complicated. Now, the team is going to be announced tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. in the little French village where the Springboks are based. They're going to be calling out the names at the town hall, and we hope to see the finality of the team to face the All Blacks, and that Bongi Mbonambi will be there, because we don't have any hookers, any specialist hookers in the squad. We have got Diemfourie, we have got Marco van Staden, but that's not ideal. We need Bongi Mbonambi. He's a leader. He's the first into the trenches. He's one of our senior figures. He's one of our superpower forward players, together with Sia Kolisi, Dwayne Vermeulen, Ian Benetsabeth. These are the guys that have been the linchpins for Rassie Erasmus, for Jacques Nienaber throughout the build-up to this World Cup. And to get here to the final and not know whether Bongi Mbonambi is going to make the side, is if he's able to, is just heartbreaking at the moment.
Yeah. And do we know what the possible risks are, possible implications should Bongi Mbonambi be found guilty? Or is there a possibility at all that if he is found guilty, that he would be released on a warning?
Again, World Rugby not clear on any of this, so we don't know what we're playing with at the moment. We just know that we have to prepare for every eventuality. Should he be found guilty and they say, no, we're going to slap you with a one-match ban, and it happens to be the final of the World Cup, that will be exceptionally harsh, even by World Rugby standards, where they seem to contradict themselves almost on a daily basis when it comes to player disciplinaries. So to have a player preparing and then to be told in no uncertain terms that you can't play in the final, well, that's just too much to consider at the moment. I'm not saying that that's not a possibility, and I think we need to prepare for something like that, not to be alarmist, but we have seen Bongi at training. He was full of beans, he was full of energy, he was with his team. There was nothing to suggest that this was a camp in turmoil, that there was a pall hanging over the squad as they took to the field. They're happy, they're content, they're in a very quiet parts of the country, far in the north, way away from the hustle and bustle of Paris, and they're getting on with matters. And I think that's the important thing. So we're going to hope for the best, and when the team announcement is made tomorrow, our starting hooker should be Bongi Mbonambi, unless, of course, World Rugby really want to pull the carpet from underneath the Springboks' feet, which would be incredibly unprecedented, but not something that they haven't done in the past.
Yeah.